Hey guys and gals, I got another one for you today. Today, got some exciting news. There's two new premium tanks in the garage, and you might be like, well, one of them's not new. However, we'll break down the stats on these, and we'll talk about them. Jumping right in, we'll take a look at the Barracuda compared to the Emil I. It's a Swedish heavy tank, tier 8. It's got a little bit more horsepower to ton, so it's going to accelerate a little bit faster, but you lose 5 kilometers an hour top speed, which I think is not the end of the world, but I do like my mobility on my Swedish heavies. You get 2 degrees a second faster turret rotation, however, the tank rotation loses 2 degrees, so that kind of balances out. Actually, you can't turn as fast. Then you get a faster reload, faster interclip, faster aim time, higher alpha damage, which all looks good on paper until you start looking at the negatives. So you only have 3 shots per clip instead of the 4 like the Emil I, and you have 0.4 meter accuracy, which isn't far off from 0.38. But let me tell you, 0.38 is already garbage. 0.4 is much worse. Now with the 0.4 meter accuracy combined with the highest penetration value of 242, this is going to be a very difficult tank to play against tier 10s. Let's not forget about the radio range, 710 meters compared to 850 on the Emil. That's the main reason why you should never buy this premium tank. Alright, Lansen C. So you'd think that an unskinned version of the Draugen is going to be straight up pretty similar. If anything, there's minute differences. However, don't let this fool you. There are big differences here. Camo's a little bit better. Horsepower to ton ratio is a little bit better. Reload's a little bit better. And the turning's better, which is good because the Draugen kind of turns like a boat. So it's good to see that. However, the negatives outweigh the positives in my opinion. It's got worse aim time, worse accuracy. The alpha damage is lower. And not just the alpha damage, it doesn't have the Hesh premium rounds like the Draugen does. So when you look at the premium round is 242, and that's the standard APCR penetration pretty much on the Draugen. And not to mention the velocity on the shells are better in every way on the Draugen. So to me, this is kind of irritating that Wargaming would drop that. My feeling on it is that the Draugen is a beast of a tank. The alpha damage combined with mobility and then adding in those Hesh rounds have really made a strong premium tank, probably stronger than what they wanted. And they don't nerf premium tanks. So I'm guessing, this is just my opinion, they didn't want another Draugen out there to be bought up, especially at a cheaper price. So I could be wrong on that. It's, to me, if you're going to do that, why not just put both gun options on there? Except the new gun option should have better gun handling than the other one. Usually less alpha damage means better gun handling, and in this case it does not. So I am not going to buy either of these premium tanks. I don't think either are a good grab. Now the Draugen I think is worth a pickup. There's a frozen premium tank, whatever it's called. There's a Swedish. That thing is a Draugen with turret armor, less mobility. Can't remember what it's called. You can put it down in the comments for me. I should look this stuff up before I make videos. I apologize. And then the Sturv 81. That's a good premium tank too. That's the first Swedish premium I had, and I love it. Centurion, really nothing super special about it, but it gets the job done. Now, I'm going to feature a game in the Emil I, since the new premium tank is kind of based off the Emil line, or the Swedish heavy line. I figured I'd get some gameplay. The cool thing about this is there is a Barracuda on my team. So the first game Gilby and I pulled into, I was like, sweet, I get to compare my stats to a Barracuda. And even though we don't go the exact same positions, we can kind of compare how our tanks work out. And my thought process was, or is, for the Barracuda, especially against tier 10s, you don't have enough penetration, you don't have enough accuracy, and your reload is horrendous. So you're going to drop 3 shells, you're not going to consistently hit weak points, and then you're going to be left reloading pretty much the whole game. These Swedish heavy tanks, in general, are known for bad gun handling, long reloads, long interclip reloads. So on that tank's on point in my opinion. However, taking that 1 shell away, I don't think was the right thing to do. Alright, so talk about this game a little bit. Our team, I pushed up with a 268 on the A line and a T69. The 268 just ran over and died, and I was going to help him, and then I realized that they were pushing the C line. So if I go up over to try to help the 268, I'm going to expose the side of my turret, which is not strong. The front of my turret is pretty strong, but the sides are very weak. So then, as I'm setting up a defensive location, the T69 then drives past me and also kills himself. So I GG, I come over to this location to help out these two, and at one point my Super Conch drives up to the top, and I thought he was throwing his tank away. I go up there, and well, you can see the result. So I'm up to 2,000 damage, I got 3 kills. Been pretty efficient. Like, trading in your Swedish heavy tanks, you prefer to be on the ridgeline and, you know, bounce their shell off your turret and then be able to stay up there and put the 4 shells in them, or like 3 shells before they shoot again, and hopefully they bounce again. But really, there's times where you can trade your hit points and get some damage out, especially if it's going to be a kill. So we're fully loaded. We're going to try to pull a snipe some shots into the 45B, which with 0.38 accuracy, you can see how terrible this looks. We did hit our first one, which is a miracle, and we hit that one. So now I should mention, this is my 3 skill driver in here. I believe he has Brothers in Arms, Snapshot, and Working on Repairs. I could be wrong on that. It's just kind of off the top of my head. It's not a very strong driver. He's got 3 skills, so it's not like I have the best driver loaded in my Emil. My best Swedish driver is in my Kronwagen. Alright, so the 45B pulled back up. We're looking for shots, and our south has pushed all the way around and in behind them. And pretty much I thought we were going to lose this match. It felt like our team took way too long in the south. Felt like they were going to push over and just destroy us, but they never did that. And that pretty much changed the tide. So we're going to snap off the 50 hundo. We're going to try to climb over this rock, get the 45B. Unfortunately, we're unable to snag him. And Gilb stayed back on base, which is a good spot to be in, because anyone driving along the top there can get wrecked by TDs in the back. So if you're on that side, on the east side, don't just drive up and chill up on top of the hill. You're going to get wrecked by TDs. He was in a tier 8 and he picked up 3,100 damage, and I took first with 2,700 damage, 4 kills, 1 away from our Brothers in Arms, and our Super Conch that I was playing with had 4,600. Our 430U, which I think went around the south, had 4,300, and then the Barracuda, 700 damage, 2 kills, but he got out 2 clips, and he only penned 3 shots. So now, I didn't go back and watch his game. I'm not sure exactly how he approached the game. He went with the guys in the south, which there are not a lot of ridge lines to work down there. So, I mean, maybe he's not using it to the strength. It really seemed like he just wanted to be able to have cover fire. So, drop his clip, back up, reload, drop his clip, back up, reload, so on and so forth. Alright, so the second game. So the second game is going to be in the Draugen, and I've yet to ace this thing. I don't play a lot of it. I can't put my finger on what I dislike about this tank. There's a lot of good things, and it seems like a tank that I would absolutely love. I think it might be the aim time. I'm not sure. Maybe it's. I'm not going to guess. Whatever. This thing is a beast. It's very hard to ace, as you will see in this game. And I feel the reason this tank is so hard to ace is because it's so good, especially if you're knowledgeable about the hash rounds that this thing carries and you use them effectively. The APCR standard rounds are excellent with their penetration values, which if you can get that much penetration with your standard round, you're going to save a lot of money. And this is a premium tank, so you're trying to make silver anyways, right? Alright, so we'll go for a second shot in the Panther. We hit him that time. And then there's an E50 sitting in town there. Let's see if we can find a shot here. Shooting down into his lower plate. Yep, we hit it. And it was orange. Now imagine if it's the Lansen C, the premium tank that's for sale. Now, it probably wouldn't have penned with the premium round. And then we punished the T-34-1, and I think we bounced his shell, which you don't bounce a lot of shells in this. But it does have some space armor around the turret with like toolboxes and stuff, which the Lansen C does not. We're looking for shots here. Just have this little shot on the AMX M445. The shell flies true, and we get a pen there. Up to 1400 damage, 200 assist, 1 kill. And I'm not too thrilled about how our team set up here. We didn't have anyone push one line, which I normally would do. But I was trying to make sure we kept control of the middle vision. And then we've sent quite a few tanks to city, but they haven't pushed anywhere. So I'm going to try to win the right side because I feel like the left side is going to be lost. Alright, so as we sneak in here, we got the Challenger here. And yes, my Kronwagen driver does not have 6th sense, so I do not have 6th sense in this. Which I've generally tried to work on my Tier 10 Stritzbong B driver in this, which does have 6th sense and the vision and camo perks and all that good stuff. But either driver, it just feels the same to me. Now we're going to try to get Artie here. Shoot a hash round into Artie. We do 476. And we switch back to APCR because there is a medium tank. And though it's an AMX 30, I don't want to hit his track. Looks like he's AFK. Trying to get a shot into that Artie, but that Artie really knows how to use his cover. Now he's turned around, so I want to try to keep that house in between me and Artie, so Artie doesn't make me pay, since I was unfortunate enough to not be able to kill him. And I wait for the AMX 30, but the AMX 30 comes over to this side. We trade shots, I fix my track, and then he scoots away. And I really don't want to trade 1-for-1 with this guy. So we get a shot there, we lose our loader, we put him back in. Gilby gets all in by a T-49, drives right by our team, and I'm waiting for this heavy to come give me a hand. Now my turret's broke, I don't have another repair kit. The AMX-30 kills my IS, which I know that I can get a shot in, and he should not be reloaded. Bait him into shooting the side of the building. And can we get the shell in here? Yes, we get the shell in right before he reloads, and we're able to take him down. Brings us up to 3,800 damage, 300 assist, and 3 kills. There's only 3 heavies left on their team, so it was interesting. Our team stayed passive in the city. I went to help make sure the 9-0 was clear, and then as I went to go do that, my team pushed out of city and into base defense, which is not something that I normally see from the southern spawn. Generally, to win it, you need to maybe hold city and then push the 1 line, or push through city and then move up the E line and kill the rest of them from the middle. And then just be careful of all the tanks that camp in A1, A2, B1, B2, because there's generally like 45 tanks up there. Alright, so now we get lifted up to 4,200 damage, 300 assists, and 3 kills. We try to snap off a shot into the E75. Really didn't think that shell was going to go, but you're going to miss every shot you don't take. So we take that shot. I know I'm going to be reloaded by the time I get down into that gully, which I am. And we're going to try to not only get some damage here, but to track him in place for my twit, or the T-54 lightweight, which we call a twit. Alright, so go for another shot, and it looks like both of those shells went a little low, so I shot out the bottom of the drive wheel rather than actually getting through. I don't think that it has enough armor on the side profile, because there I pen it, and I take the track off. So I think my shells just dipped low on the first 2 shots, which is unfortunate, but we do end up picking up 4,500 damage, 1,000 assisted, and that is a level 1. Now, numbers-wise, damage and assist, that only goes so far. What I like to look at is how much base XP did I make. Well, 1966 base XP in a tier 8 premium is generally going to be an ace. There's a handful that are not, and obviously this is one of them. But I'll quit babbling. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and I will catch you in the next video.